Hi, everybody. My name is Jesse Kurtz-Nicholl, and I'm going to be your instructor for Economics 201 at COCC, which is microeconomics. I'm really looking forward to spending some time with you guys this summer. I think you'll enjoy the course. I think it's a well-designed course for the online setting. It basically mirrors my course at COCC. Of course, everything can't be the same, but it gets pretty close, and I think that you guys are really going to enjoy it. So I'm just going to give you a little tour of the course to help make you guys feel comfortable, get you guys situated. If you bring your attention over here, you notice that we're in the announcements bar right now. There are no announcements yet. I will send this video out to you guys along with a little announcement to get going. Of course, make sure that you guys are reading the syllabus. It tells you, how much each grade is worth, etc. I might post that information separately as well, but make sure you read through that, how to reach me. In terms of reaching me, the best thing is actually text message. I put my phone number in there. And most problems in the online setting can be solved, in 10 seconds with a text. So, make sure you put that number in your phone and just make sure that when you write to me, you give your name and what class you're in, because I am teaching multiple classes this summer. So for most of your content, you are going to be jumping into this link right here called content. And I want to take you through, you can see that what I've done here is I basically, every week is a module. And so you can see this is going to be week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4, etc. You will only see 1 week at a time because they will open. So, when you come into the course, you will only see module 1, meaning that in the first week of the course, your only job is to tackle module 1, and so on and so forth. And so you can see that there are 10 modules because there are 10 weeks. The midterm and the final will both take place within a specific week, and that's because there are no separate finals weeks. So you'll take your final exam in week 10. But to dive in a little bit, what I've done is I've sort of presented a question for each module. And you can see that module 1 is about scarcity, choices, and opportunity cost. And so the question says, we basically have the same amount of fresh drinking water on Earth as we had when no humans existed. Now we have 7.4 billion and growing. So what do we do? So that's a question about scarcity. So if we jump in here, you can see that there will be a little announcement video to take you through what's going to happen that week. So you'll see that. But this is where your content is. This little document is called a soft chalk. I look at it as sort of your digital textbook. There is no purchased textbook for this course. There is a program called Newton, which you do have to buy, but it is not a textbook, and I'll explain that in just a little bit. And so this is where your content is, your digital textbook. You can click on this link to open it up in its own window so that you can see it bigger. But basically, it's just a little bit of text. I don't want to overwhelm you with reading. Some videos. You can see that this particular soft chalk is very small. It only has 4 pages. So you've got some text and a video. You've got some more text, some more video. Here's some text and a little game to play. And then at the end is some text and a video. But this is a lecture from me. So some of the lectures are going to be taken from YouTube, from different professors that I like. Some of them are going to be actually from me directly. Okay, so that's your content. So you should start every week with that, making sure that you read your content before you do any type of work. This is a common assignment. It's called a discussion board. You've got a question that you're going to be making a post and responding to a couple of your classmates. And here's an assignment. It's to listen to a podcast. I think you'll really like this podcast. It's a great episode, and there's a little assignment attached. And then here's at the bottom, which you can just barely see inside the window. If maybe I can open up this window a little bit bigger. I don't know if I can. You can see that at the bottom of each module, there's a 10 to 15 question assessment. So one thing we haven't discussed yet is this Newton activities. So not every module, but many of the modules will have Newton activities. Newton is not a textbook. It is an online mastery system. So it is a great way to test the skills that you're learning in economics. What happens is you'll click on one of these links and it'll take you originally in the beginning to a page where you have to pay. I think it's $44, or maybe it's between $40 and $44 for a term, and this is going to represent 5% of your grade, and it asks you questions, and so if you read through the content that I've given you first, it should go fairly quickly. I do not expect these assignments to take. Normally, when I go on to see people's progress, most people do each assignment in less than 10 minutes. But if you're getting really stuck, then reach out to me. And if you're getting really frustrated, if it's taking you longer than 20-25 minutes to do an assignment, then email me and I will give you full credit for the assignment if it's just getting too frustrating. But that really should not happen very often. And so those are the major parts of and so each module basically follows that format. You've got some content in the soft chalk. You've usually got 2 assignments and an assessment plus the Newton. So that ends up being, I think, a fairly reasonable amount of work to do in an entire week. I don't think you'll find it overwhelming. Just a couple of things to note. One of the assignments is an outside book reading. That represents 5% of your grade. I'll click on it here. You can see that there are some choices. They are available in the reserve desk. They're available at the public library. You can get them really cheap on Amazon. And really the assignment is to just simply read the book. There is a tiny assignment to just show me that you read it, which is like a paragraph email just telling me whether you liked it or not. But really the assignment is to just read the book. And it represents about 5% of your grade. And the last thing is to just make sure that you click start here and just do the attendance requirement so that I know not to kick you out of the class because nobody's been doing anything after the first week. Okay? So I think that's it. I look forward to meeting all you guys. Reach out, send me a text, introduce yourself, or you can just introduce yourself in the link. And of course, I am here to support you. And I really look forward to working with you this term.